Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my August TBR video. I want to address a couple things before I get started. So, one, I am wearing glasses. Long story short, I have to wear my glasses for 2 weeks because I'm having issues with my eyes and my contacts, and we're trying to figure out a solution, so I have to wear my glasses for 2 weeks. I'm not really going to go into that anymore. Location. I am in a different location today because I am staying at my, I guess technically they're my aunt and uncle, my stepdad's sister and her husband. That's whose house I'm at. They're on vacation, so me and my sister are staying here, house sitting, dog sitting, you know, that thing, sort of thing. And so I'm here at their house, and that's why I'm in a different location. And third, before I get started, is there is an air conditioner literally right behind the camera, so I hope you cannot hear it. I don't really want to turn it off because it'd be really hot up here. I'm trying to think if I should turn it off or not. I'm gonna not turn it off and just hope that you can't hear it. Or you know what, let's move you guys away from it just a tad. I don't want to lose my lighting though. That's why I kind of chose this spot. So I moved you guys a little bit away from it, but it's not, that's probably as good as we're gonna get. I hope you can't hear it. If you do, I apologize. I'll try to talk a little bit louder maybe. So again, we're doing August TBR, and for August I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do as far as like how to pick out my monthly TBR, because it's my birthday month and I wanted to kind of do what I wanted to do as far as the method of picking them. So I was bouncing back and forth between genuinely picking what I want to read and doing the TBR jar. And then so ultimately what I decided to do is I'm leaning more towards the picking the books that I want to read, but I'm doing it in a way where I'm gonna basically be mood reading and picking books as I feel like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hope I'm making sense. I have a handful of books here that I'm gonna show you that are, I guess, books that I'm kind of looking at to possibly read in August. I'm not going to read all of these books by any means, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. So I'm definitely not reading all 8 of them, but I'm going to show you these 8 books and see what I end up reading. We'll see at the end of the month what I end up reading, how many I end up reading. But these are the books that I'm kind of leaning towards and wanting to read, you know, sooner than later. Or like ones that I've kind of had my eye on that are more on the interesting side. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just rambling at this point and I'm trying to explain myself. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna show you all 8 books. I guess you could say this is my August TBR, like, they're on my TBR, but again, like I said, I'm not going to read all 8 of them. I don't know what I'm reading, how many I'm reading. These are just ones that I'm looking at to read. I might even read something that's not even in this stack, so we will just see what's what. So in no particular order, first I have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I hear so many good things about this book, and I don't know anything about it. I read The Do-Overs by Lynn Painter as well, right? That one was cute. That one was very easy to read and short. Yeah, I don't see. Okay. Anyways, so then I was kind of flipping through it one day, kind of just randomly. And you know what I love, before even going into this book, is that at the beginning of each chapter, there's like a quote from a movie. Like a real movie. 27 Dresses. Let's see what else. The Wedding Dates. I'm trying to find the beginning of a chapter here. You get the idea. I don't even know what this book is about. I have no idea, but I want to read it. It's on my 24 books in 2024 list. That was another thing too, is like a lot of these books are on that list because I want to get those books done. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Half of these books are on my 24 books in 2024 that I want to read before the end of the year. So this is one of them. Next we have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Again, another 24 books book. This is a big one. It's really long. Lucy Score's books seem to be, the ones that I've read so far have been very long. But again, I hear a lot of good things about this. Obviously it's a really pretty cover. And the other 2 books that I've read by her have been really good. I've really enjoyed them. So I don't see why I wouldn't enjoy this one as well. So that's a possibility. We'll just do both the other 2 that are on the 24 books in 2024. So we've got The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Again, it seems to be a pretty popular book. This is like a mystery type book, which I've barely really done any mysteries this year. The only one I've done is Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I believe, and I loved that one. So, but I mean, that's more young adult than this. This is not really young adult that I'm aware of, but I'm excited to possibly read this one. It's a little, like I said, a little bit of a different genre for me than what I typically read, but I do love mysteries. Mysteries is my number 2. Speaking of mysteries, this is also kind of a mystery as well. It's The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. A lot of good things I hear about this one as well. Also this one, was it this one? One of these 2. It's this one. It's like, it gives me Knives Out vibes, like the movie Knives Out. It's one of my favorite movies. I love Knives Out. Also because Chris Evans is in it. But anyways, I really like that movie a lot. So this is kind of somewhat similar, like, storyline, I think. Again, it's either, I think it's this one. I really can't remember, but I'm excited to eventually get to this one. So again, another kind of like mystery type, or it's not really romance, is basically what I'm getting at. So those are the 4 that are on my 24 books in 2024 list that I might possibly get to this month. And then the other 4, so 3 of these 4 are the second book in a series, and then 1 is kind of just a random book that I picked up. So we've got Good Girl, Bad Blood. So I was just talking about Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is the second book in the trilogy. So I'm excited to, again, get back into this. I just read The Good Girl's Guide to Murder in May, but I really enjoyed that book a lot. I gave that one 5 stars, so I'm excited to continue on that. I've also got the second book in the Chestnut Springs series, Heartless by Elsie Silver. I didn't mention this is by Holly Jackson, but I'm sure you guys knew that. Elsie Silver, Heartless. This is the second book. I read why am I blanking on the title? Was it Flawless? I'm blanking on the title of the first book. Yeah, Flawless. Okay, I read that one in March, so it's been a few months since I've read the Chestnut Springs, but I loved that book, and I'm looking forward to continuing the series. I hear a lot of good things about this series. Again, I'm hearing a lot of good things in general about a lot of these books, which is why partially why I want to read them. But I have been dying to get back to Chestnut Springs, so I feel like if I were to do the pick the books that I want to read method of this TBR, this one would have for sure been on there, because I really just want to get back to Chestnut Springs. And then I've also got the second book in the Boys of Toman series, Keeping 13, which I also read in March, and we all know how big of a book that is. Also, very big book, you know, the small print. I'm not sure. Yeah, this one definitely has more pages. This one has almost 700. This one has 651 pages. This is a big one. But the first book left off in such a cliffhanger. I have to find out what happens. So definitely on my radar for this month. And the last book is a book that I just randomly stumbled upon at Dollar Tree, believe it or not. I do look at Dollar Tree quite often, actually, because I found some books there before. Nothing like super major. Like I wouldn't find something like the Inheritance Games at Dollar Tree or anything like that. But every now and then I like to look at the books, and I occasionally find something that's interesting. So this book is called Stolen Things, and it's basically it's kind of like another mystery. So the main character is a 911 dispatcher, and her teenage daughter, ends up calling 911 one day, and she's drugged, disoriented, and in pain. She's been sexually assaulted, doesn't remember how she ended up at the home of Kevin Leeds, a pro football player famous for his work with the Citizens Against Police Brutality movement. Let's see. She has no idea where her best friend Harper is. So basically they're trying to figure out where Harper is. And I don't know. I didn't really read the whole entire summary. I kind of just got sucked in at the very beginning of what I was reading. Reading the summary, and it sounded so good. Again, mystery. I don't know. So it sounded good, so I got it, and I'm kind of intrigued on what this is, gonna be. So that's gonna wrap this up. So I've got a decent amount of variety options to choose from. So like I said, it's gonna be a mood reading month. I'm gonna pick and read whatever I feel like at the time and just go book by book. I'm not gonna plan ahead, like I'm gonna read this one and then I'm gonna read this one. No, I'm gonna read one, pick whichever one I want, read that. When I'm done, then I'll figure out what I want to read next out of these. And also, like I said, it could be something entirely different. I don't even have to restrict myself to these. These are just the ones that kind of stood out to me, or ones that I kind of want to get read like sooner than later. So these are my options that I decided to choose, but we'll have to wait and see at the end of the month what I ended up actually reading. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you stay tuned, like I said, at the end of the month for the wrap-up video. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a magical day. Bye, guys.